2022, a year full of ups and downs, a year full of successes and failures, a year where I grew my business to 6 figures. In today's video, I want to share with you the 22 lessons I learned in 2022. All these lessons I learned them the hard way, but you only need to watch this video to learn them. I'm sharing all these lessons because I don't want you to go through the same failures I went. Welcome to my channel. My name is Berk and I help coaches attract pre-sold clients without using paid ads. Lesson number 1. You get paid for your value, not for your time. I learned this the hard way, but the more value you provide to people, the more money you're going to make. And especially in the business I am, my income is a reflection of the impact I make, not the time I spend with clients. So for me, my goal is always to make huge impact in my clients' lives. I can do this by spending a lot of time, and I can do this by spending a little time. And how actually I reduce the time I spend and getting my clients better results. Instead of me doing one-on-one calls, which was the thing I did previously, I started doing group coaching calls. The impact was the same, but the time I spent was less. And yeah, you get paid for your value, not for your time. Remember this. Lesson number 2. Self-education can make you a fortune. I won't dive deep into this topic because we all know that self-education is better than traditional education. Because of course, traditional education teaches to be employee, but self-education can teach us how to think, which is a really important quality. Just remember, learning is a lifelong journey. Lesson number 3. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Don't half-ass any of the tasks you have. You must strive to excellence in all of the tasks you do, because if you do a mediocre work in one task, this will represent in any other tasks. That's why you must strive for excellence in all the tasks you do, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Make sure to show up same in everything you do. Lesson number 4. 3 hours of deep work are way more better than 8 hours of unfocused work. Here applies the principle quality over quantity. This was a thing I learned the hard way, because at the beginning of my business journey, I thought the more I work, the more stuff I will get done. But it's not like that. Deep work will help you get done more stuff than just working all day. Focused work is always better. An advice I can give to you is to implement at least 2 to 3 hours deep work every morning, because this is when we do most stuff. This is when our brain is fresh, and these are the hours where we are undisrupted, early in the morning. Lesson number 5. Don't work with your phone nervy. You always want to remove all the distractions when you're working, and one of the biggest distractions we have nowadays is our phones. Yes, we can use them as an asset. If you work with your phone, cool, but if not, you always want to remove your phone when you're working. For example, what I do, I just put my phone in the next room instead of just having it nearby, because I know when I have it near me, I will always check it, and this will distract all the work I'm doing. Lesson number 6. 8 hours of sleep should be mandatory for you. Your brain and your body is like a computer, and your battery need to be recharged. The best way to do so is by sleeping 8 hours. This hustle culture is doing you more harm than good, because they are teaching you to work like 16, 18 hours a day. Yes, it's good, but in the long term, this is something that will burn you out. That's why you should prioritize your sleep, and at least 8 hours a day should be mandatory. Lesson number 7. Stop listening to what everyone else is saying. Only get advice from people that are ahead of you. I will put a quote here. Don't get an advice from someone driving a Toyota if you want to drive Lamborghini. Lesson number 8. Be bold and go after what you want. It is your own life. Don't listen to what other people are telling you. Hey, do this, do that. Don't listen to your family. Don't listen to your friends. Don't listen to your teachers. Listen to your own intuition and go after what you want, because it is your own life, and you will believe the consequence of the advice that other people are giving you. Lesson number 9. Have an abundant mindset when it comes to money. Remember, money will always come back, but your time will not. This was a huge game changer for me when I learned it, because at the beginning I was kind of frugal with everything I did, but then I understood that money is just a tool that can buy me more time and that can skyrocket my success. Use your resources wisely. Lesson number 10. No amount of information will pay off the lack of action. I live by a quote which is, action takers are the money makers. But at the beginning, it wasn't always like this for me, because when I had problems with this at the beginning of my journey, I was always learning, but I never implement what I learned. Then I realized that strategies don't work unless you do. That's why no amount of information will pay off the lack of action. Just take action. Lesson number 11. Learn sales. You won't regret this. Sales are everywhere in life, and this is a must skill to learn. Sales are in business. A business without sales is just like a time-wasting hobby. That's what I love saying. Sales are also in your day-to-day life. Sales are in your relationships. You are selling yourself to your partner that you're the perfect one. You are selling yourself to your partner that you're the perfect one. Or let's look at it from this point of view. Let's say you want to travel to an X destination and your parents want to travel to Y destination. So what you do? You sell your idea why X is better than Y. Lesson number 12. It's better to read a great book 10 times than reading 10 mediocre books one time. Again, the same principle applies, quality over quantity. Lesson number 13. Set goals with deadlines or else you won't hit them. You always want to have some sort of urgency to achieve your goals. If you have a goal, I want to make $10,000, but you don't have a deadline to it, I guarantee that you won't hit this goal. But if you have a goal with a set deadline to it, you will achieve it, because your brain will operate better when there is sense of urgency. We always want to leave our comfort zone. Our brain is developed to stay in his comfort zone, and the best way to leave this comfort zone is by having some sort of urgency. Lesson number 14. It's okay to fail, but it's not okay to give up. Remember, failure is part of the process of winning. I had many failed businesses before I had my first successful one. I failed dropshipping, I failed crypto trading, and I failed YouTube automation. Lesson number 15. Assets first, material possessions later. As Robert Kiyosaki teaches in his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, assets over liabilities. And to give an example, most of the money we make from our business, we reinvest it back. Why? Is because that's how we grow our assets. We don't want to have liabilities at this point of our lives. Lesson number 16. Starting a business is the best form of self-development. We're all in a self-development journey in some way, and this self-development is a journey, and building a business is part of it. Lesson number 17. Your network is your net worth. You should always surround yourself with people that push you to grow, because when you are surrounded with mediocre people, the way of their thinking will impact your life. And that's why the next lesson is kinda connected to this one. Lesson number 18. You're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. That's why you should always focus on having a small but quality circle of friends. For me, that was the game changer. When I left my hometown and I moved to a new place, that's when I surrounded myself with different people and my perspective changed. And that's when actually the business started growing even more. Lesson number 19. Chase your passion, not money. Because passion is what drives us. At the beginning, I started all of my businesses because of money. And my 3 businesses, they all failed. It's because I was focused only into making money. But when I focused into my passion and into helping other people, that's when I started making real money. Lesson number 20. Pay money to get ahead. Use your money as a tool to move ahead in business and life. This is kind of similar to one of the previous lessons, but you want to have an abundant mindset about money. Money will always come, but time will never. Lesson number 21. Get a mentor. It pays off tenfold. Remember, mentor is a shortcut to success. And this lesson is kind of similar to the previous one because you're using your money to get mentor. And when you use your money, you get ahead in life. At first, when we start our first theme page business, we try to do everything on our own. But guess what? We only wasted 3 months of our lives trying to figuring out everything on our own, and we didn't get any results. But then when we got our first mentor is when the ball started rolling. And the last lesson, lesson number 22, take time for yourself. You are your number one priority. You should focus on yourself. Focus on being better every day, focus on your health, focus on your business, focus on your mental health even. Just put yourself on the pedestal. I learned all these lessons the hard way, but you don't have to go through the same process. Just by watching this video, you will learn what I learned in 1 year. I really hope this video is helpful and these lessons will help you get ahead in life. If you want to see more content like this, you can subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification button. Because the goal of this YouTube channel is to document my journey of growing a business with all the success, failures I have, and even the lessons I'm learning.